Hey there, my friends. Brian Kingy here, calling you from iPhone Central. I was speaking to a few colleagues earlier, and they asked me a question that I'm surprised I had an answer for. It's nothing I put a whole lot of thought to. But I was asked, whatever happens after death, when you're sitting there before your creator, if that's something that happens, what do you want to be able to say that your life stood for? That you really accomplished in your time here? And I thought about it for a couple seconds, and then my answer was, I want to be able to say that I helped human beings be able to see each other and love each other for exactly who they are. And the more I thought about that, the more I thought about growing up with my own differences, being very socially awkward, being slower than my classmates because, I had ADHD and dyslexia that nobody caught on to, that I didn't learn about till I was an adult. My kids' challenges with their Asperger's, with their ADHD, and all of the unnecessary garbage and judgment that they had to go through from adults as well as peers. And then I see this stuff going on in the world today with the LGBT. Hey, Charles, thanks for tuning in. The LGBT community. People saying that they're going to hell, that they don't have the same rights we do. One thing that the really egocentric human mind tends to miss is that the universe, nature, is inherently hardwired for diversity. There is a spectrum of existence. You have, birds and rats and zebras and humans and different kinds of flowers and different kinds of foods. Can you look at any one fruit and say, this one's the normal one? The oranges are normal. Apples, we tolerate them. Kind of sounds stupid, doesn't it? It's because it is. You look at people that are maybe of Asian descent. Oh, they're the normal ones. These white folks, we tolerate them. This entire idea of acceptance versus tolerance is nonsensical, does not compute in my mind. Because acceptance means that you accept the reality. You understand that diversity is simply the case. It's not abnormal. It's not even normal because it's always evolving. It's always innovating. So that when someone comes up to you and you're getting to know them, and they say, oh, I happen to be gay. You say, oh, that's cool. Or someone comes up to you and says, well, I have something called autism. Hey, great to know that. But that it's not a second thought. Because so much of the stuff that's being put out there these days is all about trying to impress upon you that there are people out there that are outliers. They're not normal, but we should tolerate them. As though we are doing something morally superior by tolerating other people. The idea of tolerance is BS, okay? Because these are other human beings. Diversity is the norm. Why should we have to step into a higher moral plane in order to accept what is already the case? As though we're doing something extra, like tolerating these gays or tolerating these special needs people or tolerating these people of different cultures. Acceptance of the fact that diversity is what holds this universe together. There are different kinds of atoms, different kinds of molecules. It's at the very heart of what makes existence reality itself. If you don't understand that and apply it to the spectrum of humanity, that's just ignorance of its highest form. So one of the things that I really hope to accomplish with everything I'm putting out there in the world is helping people understand that acceptance means realizing that humanity is about diversity. It's about different kinds of minds. It's about different kinds of faiths of relating with the universe. And that's what makes life so full and so rich. We shouldn't be expected to tolerate anything because it all belongs here. And if we're resisting something, it's because we are holding on to that myth that we are normal, that we are the center of the universe. And everything else that's outside our comfort zone needs to be tolerated. So spend some time chewing on this. Give me your feedback because I want this to be a source of conversation because it's a very important conversation to have. So I'm going to sign off for now. If you're new to my message and what it is I put out there, then follow up with me on my website, which is brianraymondking.com, or hang around here and add some notes, messages, questions, because I'd love to continue this conversation. Thank you so much for tuning in. If there's somebody else you think can benefit from this, please share happily and often. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.